friends. Ain't nothing in the fridge. Wake up, repeat the sins. 8, I need a 10. Stay muddy to the lid. 800, eat a.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Never lied in my rhymes, you can go ask Jennifer. That's my mom's name. I create and find change. My mind frame ensures that forever I'll reign.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, cause he Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the wrenches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we not to ride nobody with, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yani had to buy, Yani had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grrr,
Trust, me taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust. Big dog with leash. Where's the love in the streets? Pour my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when we ready, the hits it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Them I see Ellie. Me, I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful the people they hear me. Tribe of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was having for months. A running cut team, but on my pockets, me need my DNA. Baby for lunch, but we call me a star before BBC. Don't take a lot to get rid of me. Me and them don't get the same. Me and them don't get the same. Boy, that them don't know who the name is. They say I move like I'm nameless. Cause I only got...
Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Denver Broncos and the Philadelphia Eagles. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go!
Davis now. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Pat Surtain. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
After the turnover, it's Tua. This one swung out to Williams. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
2nd and 9 from the 44. The first carry now. This is Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards.
Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key third down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. Just pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
Going right back to Fant.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he checks this one down to Williams. Touchdown, Broncos! Javonte Williams with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again, Davis. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On first down, it's Tucker. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
And the Eagles at 3 and 4 on the year coming into play. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Davis. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Broncos are going to take over here.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of the first with third down looming.
That was an example of excellent defense there. They stopped them. So now he brings up a third down situation. If I'm calling plays here, I make sure I put it in the hands of my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Looking to pass. Tua. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Eagles are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles take over at their own 22-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Finding space at the 40. A big play there for Philly. 42 yards. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. And if you're wondering just how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats says 21.8 miles per hour. Now a give right side. Tucker. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And this is caught by Evans. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Up the middle they go. It's Tucker. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number two, maybe they actually have the lead.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now we give up the middle to Williams. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Broncos 7, Eagles 0.
Up the middle they go with Dorsett. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Broncos 14, Eagles 0. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Their catch named 25 yards. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital. Extremely important because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his target. It's Evans. He's got room at the 30, and they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. They'll set up a throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And they'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Cooper's first catch, and good for a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On 2nd and very short. Tua. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4. And it brings up 3rd down on the sand. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him. And I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure and they will try to turn out their fortunes.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. That's taken on the 25. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The 2nd quarter score from KC. And the Chiefs have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Tucker. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Taking it in from the 20. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair, watching a Tuesday night college game, and decided to implement it myself.
From his end zone, Wilson. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Ashton Davis. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. This was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
On second down, it's Tucker. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. He completes it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Eagles This decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point up and through, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From his end zone, Wilson. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Broncos take over first down at their own 31-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
10 seconds.
On second down, Williams. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
2 and now on first down. Wide open receiver, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Broncos will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field. Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
He finds his man, complete. That's Tucker. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
With his height, that's exactly where you want to put it for him. But even that throw was a little tall to connect for the touchdown.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick here is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And some space here. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? From his end zone, Wilson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. 82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. That last effort is noteworthy because he just passed Tony Dorsett on the all-time rushing list. Dorsett had 12,739.
Well, rather fitting because Tony Dorsett, one of his nicknames, the Hawk. And this guy just flew right past him.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but what we saw right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing a 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua's going to be taken down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. This is taken at about the 14. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
The second down pass complete to number 85. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now a handoff up the middle. Tucker. Now the ball comes loose. The Broncos say they have it. They do. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. This is the tight end fan. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 36, Tua throwing right, and that's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. 89 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
To a fast pass outside complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
The deuce is wild here. 2nd down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Javonte Williams. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You trail them by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And that is incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Out of the pistol, here's Williams. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
an opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
On play action, here's Tua. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad. They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Tua going to throw. He's got his tight end Fant, and he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now Tua. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
That didn't just feel like good defense. That looked like God, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Williams again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Defense keeps him out of the end zone there. Now, will they go for it? And if so, can they do it one more time?
Yeah, I just don't know if it's worth it going for it, because what we've seen from the defense so far, every gap is taken care of. Everyone is sound in their coverage. No one is breaking free. And those ball carriers are getting tagged. If I were them, I'd think very hard about just taking 3 points and taking their dignity and moving on.
And the ball's at the 2, spotted at the 2, so a pretty good chunk to go. Here we go on 4th down, and he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line.
Let's go now.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Quick slant here to Smith. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. Inside the 20. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Eagles 17. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Back to throw now on first down. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Eagles. Great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The extra point up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Play action. Now it's Tua. But it's caught. Tompkins will go down as a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 3. Well, a clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play. Set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Perkins. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
120 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They give it to Williams, running right. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 12 and then a set up the 3rd down. A lot to praise on this drive. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business in the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. This is caught. Touchdown! Noah Fant with career touchdown number 70. And the Broncos are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this fourth quarter advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Broncos 42, Eagles 24. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Over the middle to Smith. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit. The extra point up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Will likely put an end to this thing. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 4. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And Tua going to slide to a halt, but he will have the 1st down. It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should write an ending to this one.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Denver, they run their mark to 6-2 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.
Told you I'd be ready. You always got excuses and you know I be on top of things. Punctual my proper name on the dot.